carts, drags. So I was just looking up, down, recognizing how high we are here, coming down to Papi and go down to, Old Oak Road. The practicality of it, that was a consideration at the time when this road was cut.
Amazing. Mission of need. Come on up to the Bloom Cafe, and here you will find paradise materialized before your eyes. Hey, tag us at Bloom Cafe. Done deal. Tag them at Bloom Cafe, Jamaica. No problem. Oh, no, I know which part them that watch and see. I share so you can come and have the experience. I know me one can have all of this. God get to it for all of it. Let me get the flat. So up in the hills, Bloom Cafe. Find him on Instagram. You might need that man. He's got a mind. He can build your stuff. And come get your fresh jelly. The rest I feel. Oh man, what a life. What a life. Say action. This man here, so we're gonna worry about the coconut thing later, man. Cause you tell me about the what you say the name of it is? Come on, we talk by them people here, so they can understand the dreams have been put into action. Alright. First of all, we're gonna do this like some regular good tip. What's your name now?
I'm Mark Scott, Mark Andre Scott.
Yeah. And what you do?
I run a tech education company called Academic Journeys. So we started out with exam preparation workshop to help kids before they do their exams. So we take high school kids up to the university. So we put them in an environment to do a workshop before their exam to prepare them for the exam. We'll put them inside of a university environment so they understand that the reason they get a tangible experience, almost a tangible experience, if you can, touching the bench of the university, walking on the campus, especially for the boys to understand that when I sit this exam, it's not just to get a grade. It is to be able to go to the next level of my educational process. And you know what? Walking this campus as a high schooler, I can see myself wanting to hang out on this campus and, be a part of this ecosystem, get that freedom from my parents, but get them to pay for it and all that kind of thing. So you get them to reimagine the value of education without browbeating them about you need to take it, You give them something meaningful, because this generation is into instant gratification and they want to see things quickly. And nothing is better than, even though you can tell them, it's better to show them. They like authenticity.
Yes.
So that's one. The other thing is, when I was in high school, I had my own challenges in high school. So I went to Jamaica College. Most of the prime ministers in Jamaica went to Jamaica College. I have to plug that one. Or in other words, Jamaica College has produced the most prime ministers. So I went to that school. I was a head boy at that school. I went to University of West Indies. I was on the Guild of Students. So I always had a love for student leadership and seeing people become their true selves, even from their young. Because I know the excitement that gave me, the doors it opened up for me being on radio.
So you're a good guidance counselor.
No, I just
that's the other job. We talk about that later.
But what happened is my mother and my eldest sister and my aunts on both sides of the family are educators. So I grew that kind of love for education as really a vehicle to, change people, give you independence, your freedom, your self-awareness, help you to chart your own course, imagine a bigger vision for yourself than you would have otherwise, So outside of that now, the company also teaches children every summer website design, cartoon animation, and mobile application design.
Hi! Y'all know I'm having an orgasm when you're talking that part, right? Okay.
So, on Facebook, we're Academic Journeys, NIES. We're an education company who can't spell our name. I want to help people to remember that.
No, because see, I'm one of those who, when people say, okay, what do I need to make sure that I have to complete compete globally. And one of the first things used to pop out my mouth was A+ certification.
Right.
Because everybody else like so high school diploma, but they bypass and well, him come in and get the job because he was technically prepared to make use of the tools, not just play games.
Yeah, not just to push the paper. In teaching kids at our summer camps and in teaching them, with helping them with their exam preparation, realized that we wanted to be able to move around the island and help other groups of children. But because we rely so much on the internet for our business, not all the places that we wanted to go had the infrastructure. So we created a portable Wi-Fi.
All right, this is the one I'm coming back to you on. Hang on. Don't mind me and my piece of mess up tripod.
No, that's right.
They work. There we go.
They work.
It's all part of the focus, and them knows and all. Why? For your video, them crazy, but them informative. Yeah. Okay, now this one. I need this in a clip by itself. You say you go around the island and do what?
Well, the aim was, if it works so well for people who have the means of coming to the University of the West Indies where we keep the camps or the workshops, right? It works well for them. What about the people who can't come that distance? The parent too busy and the child can't travel so far on their own, right? Especially with the tech camps. So we needed to carry the programs around. But in order to carry them around now, we discovered that not all the places that could be good hosts for us potentially have the infrastructure layout. So then we said, okay, what would we need? And I said, okay, well, we'll need some laptops, right? And what if we go somewhere that don't have laptops, right? So then we said, okay, you know what? Let's build on a fact. The fact is mobile cell phone penetration, not just in Jamaica, but in third world regions, is ridiculously present.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, using some blue ocean strategy, the main issue that you're able to identify at this point in time is no weight. So that's popular, that's prevalent, but people don't have all the time to spend for the data. So you know what? I'm not going to give a child a reason to say, well, sir, I don't watch the video because my data would have finished, knowing that they want the data for their WhatsApp and their Instagram, right? So I don't force them to have to choose between what they do spend their data on and education. I say, okay, you can, so it enables us. So even students who have their own laptops, we can say, okay, we have a bring your own device model. So we, the trainers, we'll bring our internet tool with us, right? And then the students can just bring their devices.
Recap again real quick what the intranet tool is.
We call it the knowledge point. We'll call it the knowledge point.
So it's just an app?
No, it's just, it would look like, what would it look like? It would look like an ice bucket. It would look like an ice bucket. So
it's a physical entity.
Yeah. So it has an antenna, a Wi-Fi radio that when if you go into a hotel or any building and you connect to the Wi-Fi signal, the Wi-Fi signal that you're connecting to in that moment is an antenna.
Yes.
So we have an antenna, and then we have a microcomputer in there. So we put the content. So think about it like we created a bottle and we pour the water in it, so we can now go around and
share a little bit. Okay. For your brain good. But that's how change agents come about. As you said, you're from a family of educators. What is the next step for you with this knowledge base? You were saying something about the UN using
the United Nations last year launched their Sustainable Development Goals in the island, and they wanted to launch it in a place called Rudolph Elder Park in St. Thomas, right? That's on a beachfront property. And several agencies were involved. So UNDP, United Nations Development Program in Jamaica, Planning Institute of Jamaica, and several other entities that were relevant to mobilize the agenda. They got bus branded, because what they're trying to do is promote all of the different sustainable development goals, right? All to make sure everybody understands that, equality for all, zero poverty, whatever the goals. I mean, you can go and research them, right?
It's heavy.
Goal number 4, quality education, which is the goal that my company is aligned with and supports,
gotcha,
right?
Okay.
So the motto for our company basically is breaking down barriers of learning, actualizing potential. So the United Nations wanted to go and promote this thing. So we designed for them a digital experience, loaded it on a knowledge point, built a special version of knowledge point for them. The signal went up to a mile, right? The whole beach was connected. People were doing quizzes, taking selfies with branded SDGs that we customized for them. People were registering, downloading fact sheets about. So in other words, when people left, surveys were done. So we left with data to understand how much information was distributed, how much persons learned. Before, during the edutainment sessions, when we do them the quizzes, I would give them rewards for the quizzes and stuff. There was coding experiences where people learned to write their first web page on the spot. I mean, it was just, when you think that you can play a tiny role in helping your country with a global agenda, and it's not that you have billions of dollars, it kind of makes you realize that, wow, you know what? Maybe all I really need to do is just try something that, think globally, act locally, but try to just let me just be a gig.
Yes, sir.
I can't be a yo-yo because I don't have that reach, but I can be a good little gig in my space.
I look a cog in it.
Yeah.
I'll make you say, okay, I carry it further because you're talking about some serious power there. Because, I mean, you hit some sections and you're giving information at the same time.
Because we got information as black people. And I'm just saying black people because I can't deny how I learn on my reality, right?
Yes.
So as a Jamaican, with the history that Jamaica has had, when you think, you were talking earlier about things like slavery, and when you think about how even corn rolls were used by slaves in terms of storing food when they were, on their runaway trail, or even designing maps in the hair to hide in plain sight, those things tell you that we've always been an innovative people, and we've always communicated what we know.
Yes.
What we know is always for the collective. It's not for us, it's for the collective, right?
And the drum was just the initial piece of technology. That's what I look at it at, because it works. You sound it the right way when they stop thinking that, oh, it's a toy. When I go in and I show folks at time, listen, man, you just play around with that. Let me show you exactly what you can do with this computer.
Yeah.
I mean, I was supposed to at one point teach people how to type. It was 1996. I said, that's not going to work. Windows 3.11 was just busting. I read the grants right. If we bought them computers, we'd have to give it back to the funder. The miscellaneous line items. We bought parts. Everybody built them, donated them to a library, and changed lives. So, yes.
Yeah, that's the impact. That is the impact. I mean, the thing is, we don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Nope.
We can look in other third world regions and identify what is working there and try some of those. And they can also look at what we're doing and try some of what we're doing, right? Because at the end of the day, like I said, I don't think it's really, it's a good approach to think that what I know is for me,
You have to
what
share
I know
it.
is for the collective.
You got to plant seeds.
The other aspect of knowing, though, is doing, and that's all I'll say on that.
You have, so you've collected yourself a team yet? A team of coders? How many of them have been trained and prepared?
All right. How we work is we try to be a linkage, more like a stimulus on the lower end. So we have people who have there's one young lady, Latifa. She started with us in our camp as a student. Then she became one of the instructors a few years later for one of the camps, right? And then the last time I ran into her, so the same University of West Indies acts as our host for summer camp. She then became a student of the University of West Indies.
Gotta do it.
Right? Furthermore, I think it was NCB came out with a mobile payment platform, right? She was also one of the coders involved in one of those projects, right?
So you see them a bear fruit, man.
So you can't, but you can't, because you can't reach, and you don't have octopus arms.
Yes.
Just focus on what you're doing in your corner.
Amen.
Yeah, that's all we do.
That's amen. Website.
That's all we do. academicj.com, or if you type in Academic Journeys, JOURNIES.com. Facebook, Academic Journeys, JOURNIES, and my Instagram, Mark Andre Scott.
Mark with a C or K.
Okay.
There you go. See him there. The
But
world.
that man is who I'm learning from.
I ain't see you. Some sit down there quiet. Fortis. Wanna keep one of them in your corner. Cause ain't nothing but the sky's the limit. We seem to keep going higher and higher and higher. What? Yep. Yep. Cause me good for drop, but me I stand up again.
Look at the goats. You got the goats?
See that there? Greedy people, I'm thinking about the curry. You know, so I'm not thinking about curry. Make them grow up look a bit now. Make them grow up look a bit.
So today there is an election going on, and this is one of the promises that one of the candidates have, right? Goats for, kids basically. So this is just basically a physical replication.
Hey, father. Look at him, something. That's
I'll tell you what, I tell you what to do.
Yes, it's but.
See the one I put up with Batman, I reckon.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
So you have great entrepreneurs in third world regions right around the world. But if you're underfinanced, you lack capital. Number one reason for businesses failing, being underfinanced. Yeah? The most important element of any business, human resource. So if you're underfinanced, you have a great product, great proof of concept, great everything, right? But you don't have the finances to help. You don't have the finances to help. You don't have the finances to turn around and help to hire in a sustainable and stable way the human resource, which is the most important component. How does it work? So this is the other side of that. There are many, many great entrepreneurs that live all in these hills and hills right across the world in third world region just like this. But if we don't get better financial support, and you're not asking for handouts, this is not a grant you're applying for, right? You're saying, listen, I have this amount of I have this amount of capital that I can work with, right? I have these types of contracts that I have. I have this proof of cash flow, right? I have this asset base. But then everybody is telling you, the banks are telling you, oh, you don't fit the straight jacket straight enough. Huh? Yeah, exactly. It's a name recognition thing. No, we talk about it, we joke about it all the time. That's why they said Jamaica is one of the happiest places in the world now. Because where else can you go through this kind of stress and still be laughing about it in the Blue and Junker Mountains, eh? It is madness. Where that car going is over going.
In the blue.
Yeah. Look like a yard.
And Jankro Mountains.
I'm sorry for making that part so toxic, but
Listen, but this is where you can get to air it out. And when you figure, say, you can come up here so and air it out. By the time we reach down at the bottom, some other solution begins to present itself.
I tell my mom,
Just because you
me to tell her something, I said, Mom, I can't answer you about Saturday because I have between. So yesterday was a conversation. I said, Mom, I have between today and Friday to find $1 million. All right.
Well, that's still only Thursday evening.
No, I think we're making progress.
Making progress.
You think we're making progress?
Make progress.
As long as it's not a minute to 12 on Friday night and people say, oh, or happy hour. As long as it's not Friday evening, happy hour. No, I've also said to the bank.